Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm going to be working on my paper pillow journal, and I'm going to put in the signature and I'm going to decorate the cover, and I picked out some scraps from different magazines and it's going to say Scrap Collage on it. But before I do that, I want to show you a couple other things. This is some mail that I got. I bought some seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, and I thought this would make a cool journal too. Look at that. Here's the back. It's an old advertisement for Chinese pink celery. Amazing Chinese pink celery. So I think I might make a little one signature journal out of this too. But not today. Today we're working on our paper pillow journal. Okay, and then yesterday I had to go to the city, and on the way home I stopped at Joann's and I bought some alphabet stamps. I already have some different size alphabet stamps, but hardly any of them have numbers with them, and these had the numbers. So I got those. I got this rubber stamp that is a tag, and that is American Crafts. Doesn't have a name, but it has a number, 359125. It was $6.99. That seemed kind of expensive to me for such a simple stamp, but I like that because you could stamp this on the back of any kind of paper and then cut it out and you got a tag. Then I was thinking for my paper pillow journal, I really want some turquoise in it. So I got these Distress inks set with broken china in it. It also has rusty hinge, gathered twigs, and Victorian velvet. And then I was planning to glue these pages, these outside pages, down, and that's how I was going to hold in my pages, but I decided that this is so uneven and bumpy and wrinkly and stuff that that's going to be difficult to do a good job of that. So I decided instead that I'm going to put grommets in here and just put this on with elastic. So I bought some elastic at Joann's, and then I bought these little grommets, eyelets. And I bought them in silver. I do have some in gold, but I think I wanted silver for this. So we can do that first and find the exact middle. Now, which way do I want to be up? What do I want for the front? This looks a little bit wider down here than that. So I think I'll do it this way. And I'll put this in here and mark it. And I'm going to put it a little bit above and below the actual pages. Now for a punch. I don't know if this punch will work or if it's even big enough. Sure again that it's... I think I want it a little bit on the back from the fold, so that it isn't like trying to be flat on a fold here. I'm going to put it on the back of the fold, hopefully. So we'll try it right there, and right there. So I'm going to need something to store these in because this packaging is not going to work. Okay, I need a little bigger hole. So I think my regular punch is in the house. So I will use my leather punch. Okay, I have one of these little anvils from Impress Art. And then in this kit, little tool kit that I got at Michael's a while ago, I've got an eyelet setter and a little hammer. So that should work. I don't know how long this journal will last. It's just trash, pretty much. Now the elastic. So let's see what kind of elastic this is. Beading cord elastic, 5 yards or 4.57 millimeters. I don't see a gauge. Polyester and rubber. I don't think it's real important. Now to find the end without pulling the whole thing apart. There it is. Okay, so don't make this easy, do they? I don't want a big old wad of elastic. I want to keep it in the case. Well, I guess I'm going to have to undo it. Okay, so 1, 2. So I think I'm going to put the knot on the outside. And I think I'm going to put it at the top. All right, how much pressure can we put on this before it misbehaves? Okay, I'm just going to put a slip knot in there first to test it. It could be a little bit tighter. All right, now a square knot in there. Okay, close enough for government work. If I made this long enough, I could have made a tie. Okay. All right, I had to stop for a phone call. Let's see. If I make this long enough, I can use it as a tie. So I'm going to go 3.5 lengths. And this is going to be a mess. Oh my word, I'm trying to tie a square knot, and this stuff is like a snake. can be a closure. But I'll think about that later. Let's see, did I get it too tight? All right. Oh, I got that backwards, goes this way. There. So that's how our cover's going to go. Now, I do want to do a little more on here before I put the scraps title on. I do want to put some of this blue broken china on there. I don't want to make everything as wet as I did when I did the original cover, so I'm just going to do some spritzing in here. And let's see, many distress ink pads feature the same unique water-based dye ink formula used in the full-size pads, but in a convenient stackable 1x1 pad. Ways to use distress ink: create an aged effect on papers, ribbons, photos, and more. Anytime, anywhere. Apply ink directly to surface and mist with water to create a mottled effect. Use on rubber or clear stamps and stencils for a variety of image layers. Blend ink with ink blending tools for a softer look. Coordinates with the entire distress palette of products. All right, well, let's see how this works. Has there even any ink in there? Not really what I imagined it would be. That one seems to have a little more ink in it. I don't really want those squares though. So those of you who know how to use these things are probably going, don't do that, don't do that. All right, I'm going to continue to mess with this, and then I will be back. So now that the paper pillow is wet, it just wants to buckle. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm a little disappointed that there's plenty of ink in everything except the one that I bought it for, was the broken china. Seems to be, doesn't seem to have, I don't know, can you dilute these with water? Spray water on them? And I guess there's no harm in trying. Oh, it's getting too wet. But that's okay. I ripped it a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to put the title over that. So I have to let this dry. And I need to hold it down so it doesn't buckle. And I'll probably put my hairdryer on it, and then I'll be back. I'm going to use my water brush to spread around some of this ink. Because spraying it's getting it just a little too wet. Alright, so if you missed part one, this is an insulated packaging for a gift I got of fruit this Christmas. And when I opened it up to thin out the spine, I found out what was inside, and it's shredded paper, shredded newspaper, and it looks like post-consumer waste, shredded white paper, office paper, things like that. So it absorbs a lot of water. So I will continue to let this dry, and then we'll go from there. Get the cover done. So while that's drying, I think I'll work on my cover art. Put that up there. And I have this packing paper. And what I want to do is I want to just put a little thing on here that says scrap collage. And I pretty much blew them all away when I had the hairdryer on. So let's see if we can find them. So scrap. I need to measure how long I want this. Really only about 4 1/4, 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. Oh, look at that. The other day I was wondering where my millimeter ruler was. It's on the other side of my inch ruler. Duh. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's going to fit. 4.5 inches. Scrap. Yeah, those are too big. Let's see, what else do I have? Let's see. Oh, I like this C better. C. O. C. O. L. L. A. G. AGE. Okay, S. SC. That's too big and this is too small. SCR. A. P. SCR. I think that looks okay. So I think, should I give myself a guideline? So I don't know, do I want my letters in a row or do I want them little cattywampus? Little cattywampus. These are all cut from my collection of magazines. Okay. Okay, but that's too shiny bright. We need to do something to that. So I'm going to take one of my these are the oxides I used on the cover. Walnut Stain, Hickory Smoke, and Vintage Photo. These were a Christmas gift. So let's see if we can just ruin this thing altogether. Let's see. I like Vintage Photo. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to get my Stabilo All pencil. I'm going to define this. It's pretty dry. Alright, let's see if it's still a bit damp right here. Let's see, it is holding its shape better. So let's see how it goes with the signature in there. So this is vintage drawing paper from one of my mom's old drawing tablets. And you can see more about that on the first video of this one and on my scrapbook album reducing videos. I can't remember what that playlist is called now, where I'm reducing family memorabilia albums from 12 by 12 down to 8 by 8. So I'm going to let that dry some more. I'll take this out so it doesn't get damp. It's still damp right in there. And this will go on here, but it needs something to separate it from the background, so something lighter. And it needs to be a scrap. What do I have in here? Oh, I have an unfinished collage. That won't work. Alright. I don't always save all my scraps, so I might not be able to find anything. This is kind of a scrap. I like that blue. I think I'll do that. I think I'll glue this on here and then tear around it. I was kind of saving this for a collage background. It was left over from another collage background. But I think I'll just glue that there, or maybe I should put it here. And I won't have the windmill in the way. This is still a little bit damp. I don't know how well it glues to glossy paper. Sometimes it doesn't really want to. Okay. Give myself some room. Alright. I like the white edge on my tearing, so I tear the waist part up. That way I get the white edge. If you don't like the white edge, then you tear your waist part down. The reason I like the white edge up is because it will soak up any ink or pencil that you put on it. Alright, this is, I don't know, should I save that for scrappy collage with that windmill on there? Alright, let's see. I want to put rusty hinge on here. And I don't want rusty hinge on my mat, which is, I'm trying to keep clean, but that's hard. And then back with the Stabilo All pencil. This is going to be a little bit hard to glue on here because it's so wrinkly. So I'm going to wait until that dries some more. It's still damp and soft, and I'm going to wait until it dries some more. But that's what it's going to look like. And I think I'll end it there for now, and we'll come back on part 3 and do a little bit more. So thanks for watching, and have a great day crafting. Bye-bye.